Wow. Well, hello, Wisconsin. It is great to be back in the Badger State. We're just 11 months away from Election Day 2020. And just 5 days away from when the Green Bay Packers defeat Nancy Pelosi's 49ers in the NFC Championship game. It really is great to be with you all. And a friend of mine is going to be here real soon. But I got to tell you, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. And that is that Wisconsin and America need 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House. That's right. You know, like all of you, I'm here because I stand with President Donald Trump. When this president stands up for American jobs and American workers, I stand with President Donald Trump. When this president stands up for faith and family and the American flag, I stand with President Donald Trump. And when this president, as Commander-in-Chief, takes decisive action to defend American lives, we stand with President Donald Trump. You know, 4 years ago, a movement was born. You were all a part of it here in Wisconsin. It was a movement of everyday Americans from every walk of life. And here in Wisconsin, you believed we could be strong again. You believed we could be prosperous again. Wisconsin said yes to President Donald Trump in 2016, and we know that Wisconsin is going to say yes to 4 more years of President Donald Trump in 2020. You know, when you think about the last 3 years, you got to admit, it's been 3 years of action. It's been 3 years of results. It's been 3 years of promises made and promises kept. But we're just getting started, Wisconsin. I mean, think about it. President Trump promised to rebuild our military, to give our soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guard the resources and support they need to accomplish their mission and defend this nation, and President Donald Trump delivered. This president has already signed the largest increase in our national defense since the days of Ronald Reagan. And you all here in Wisconsin know the armed forces of the United States are the greatest force for good the world has ever known. But the service of our men and women, we all know, does not come without sacrifice. Now, later tonight, at the President's direction, I'll be leaving from here and travel to Dover Air Force Base. And I'll be there as the remains of two of our fallen heroes come home from Afghanistan to rest on American soil. I ask you to remember their families in your prayers, and let them be assured that America will never forget or fail to honor the service and sacrifice of Specialist Miguel Villalan or Staff Sergeant Ian McLaughlin. God bless them, and God bless our troops. You know, I have to tell you, as I travel around the country and around the world, our troops know they have a commander-in-chief who will always have their back. And President Donald Trump has made the strongest military in the history of the world stronger still. It's true. You know, where the last administration sent pallets of cash to terrorists in the Iran nuclear deal, under this president, we got out of the Iran deal, and we've taken the fight to radical Islamic terrorists on our terms, on their soil. And just a few short weeks ago, as the world watched, when one American life was lost at the hands of Iranian-backed militias, President Trump launched the first air strikes against those militias in 10 years. He did. He did. And when militants stormed our embassy in Baghdad, this president sent in the Marines. And he said, no more Benghazis. And when American lives were threatened by the most dangerous terrorist in the world, President Donald Trump took action, and Qasem Soleimani is gone. And even in the wake of the Iranian missile attack 1 week ago today, thanks to the skill and heroism of our military, we suffered no American casualties, and Iran is standing down. That's what leadership looks like, Wisconsin. That's the leadership of President Donald Trump. And this president knows that national security starts with border security. And under President Trump's leadership, we've made historic investments to secure our border and end the crisis of illegal immigration. And I'm proud to report that apprehensions on our southern border are already down by 70%, and we've already started to build that wall. The first 100 miles are done. Oh, we're building it. And to support law and order, President Trump has stood with the men and women who serve on the thin blue line of law enforcement every single day. And this president kept his word and has appointed more than 180 principled conservatives to our courts at every level. And I'm here to tell you, they are all men and women who will uphold all the God-given liberties enshrined in our Constitution, like the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. And I couldn't be more proud to serve as vice president to a president who stands without apology for the sanctity of human life. President Donald Trump is the most pro-life president in American history. So it's about security, it's about liberty, and it's about our values. And under this president's leadership, it's about jobs, jobs, jobs. From the first day of this administration, President Trump promised to revive the American economy, and I was there. He rolled his sleeves up and went straight to work. We cut taxes across the board for working families and businesses large and small. We rolled back more federal red tape than any administration in history. We unleashed American energy, fought for free and fair trade, and the American economy is booming. It's true. Since Election Day 2016, businesses large and small have created 7.1 million new jobs, including 37,000 good-paying jobs right here in the Badger State. Unemployment is at a 50-year low. The stock market is soaring, and more Americans are working today than ever before in the history of this country. And after years of flat salaries, stagnant wages, incomes are now rising all across America, and they are rising most rapidly for hard-working, blue-collar Americans. The forgotten men and women of America are forgotten no more. Thanks to President Trump's leadership, the strong support of Wisconsin leaders in Congress like Senator Ron Johnson and others, we've made America great again. But to keep America great, we need you to decide right here and right now that Wisconsin is going to vote for 4 more years of President Donald Trump in the White House. I mean, think about it. Think about it. 4 more years means more jobs. 4 more years means more judges. 4 more years means more support for our troops. And it's going to take at least 4 more years to drain that swamp. You know, the choice in this election couldn't be clearer, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Today we have a president who loves this country, who stands by our military, our workers, and our freedoms. He never quits. He never backs down. He believes in you, and he fights for you every single day. It's true. And then you got this group of Democrats running for president. You know, I heard they got another debate tonight. You know, if it's anything like the other ones, those people are going to be standing so far on the left, I think that stage is going to tip over. I mean, you're going to hear about all their liberal stands on economics and values. But let me tell you something. You should know that every one of the Democrats on that debate stage tonight actually criticized President Trump's decision to take out Qasem Soleimani. Every single one. Bernie Sanders even called the president's decision to bring that man to justice assassinating a government official. Well, I got news for Bernie Sanders. Soleimani was not some government official. He was a terrorist. And President Trump was right to take him down. I mean, the truth is, today's Democratic Party has been taken over by radical leftists who want higher taxes, open borders, late-term abortion, and socialist policies that would crush this economy. And worst of all, after their sham investigation in the House, the Democrats actually voted to impeach our president, and I heard they're sending those articles to the Senate this week. What a disgrace. They rushed their partisan impeachment through the House in a shameful attempt to overturn the will of the American people in the last election. You know, the truth is Democrats are trying to run down this president because they know they can't run against this president. They're trying to impeach this president because they know they can't defeat this president in November of 2020. But don't you worry. House Democrats had their say in December. Senate Republicans are going to have their say real soon. And come November, the American people are going to have their say when we vote to send President Trump back to the White House for 4 more years. So it's been 3 years of nonstop resistance, right? And obstruction. But I can tell you firsthand, I've been there every step of the way. President Donald Trump has never stopped fighting for you, and he never will. And now, Wisconsin, it's our turn to fight for him. It's on. Election year is here. So we need you to bring this enthusiasm every day between now and Election Day. Keep voicing your support. Keep telling your friends and neighbors all that we've accomplished thanks to the leadership of this president. We've got an incredible story to tell. And we need you to tell it all across this great state in every day that remains between now and Election Day. And in these divided times, as this election year begins, I encourage you to be confident and have faith. Have faith in this president whose drive and heart and vision have made America great again. have faith in our fellow Americans who know that we can make America and Wisconsin greater than ever before. And lastly, if you're of a mind, I encourage you to exercise that other kind of faith. Because I believe that if we put our trust in Him who has ever blessed this great nation, that He will bless America beyond anything we could ask or imagine, because with God, all things are possible. So it's been great to be with you tonight. I'm going to slip away and let my friend come and tell it to you himself. But ladies and gentlemen, I just had to come by to tell you, President Donald Trump is the real deal. He's a man who says what he means and means what he says. He gets up every day and fights for you and fights to keep the promises that we made to the American people. And I leave here tonight, I know that with your continued support and prayers, with our strong allies from the State House to our nation's capital, and with God's help, from here in Wisconsin and across this country, we're going to deliver another great victory for the American people. We're going to keep on winning. We're going to keep making America safe again. We're going to keep making America prosperous again. And with President Donald Trump in the White House for 4 more years, we will keep America great. Thank you, Wisconsin. God bless you. Let's go get it done.